Let's go. In today's episode, I am starting a brand new playlist, completely customizing this bike. In the last week, I have got every single part that I need to build the sickest Kenevo on the internet. You might be wondering, what is the point in modding it today if I'm going to be stripping the bike down and painting the full bike? So I'm not going to be keeping the green colourway. I am going to be doing a full custom paint job on the e-bike. The reason why is because the part that we're installing today is the only second-hand part that I've bought for this custom build. I have all the parts already. I've bought brakes, bars, stem, wheels, hubs, discs, calipers, cranks, sprockets, rear shocks, seat posts. When I say we are doing a full custom build on the Specialized Kenevo, I mean a full custom build. We have come to Gisborne Forest, and there is logic in the madness of doing mods at Gisborne Forest. I had my bike on the roof of my car today and I was waiting patiently. It was delayed one day because it went to the wrong delivery office. I never buy used second-hand bike parts, but there is no way I was buying today's mod brand new. They're so expensive. Everybody, before we go any further in today's episode, you will notice I'm wearing one of our new blue tie-dye owner hoodies. We have just dropped these for the spring banging weather. They are super soft for tie-dye. Usually tie-dye is proper rough material. We've made some super soft tie-dye, so don't forget, right now on Owner we have got a crazy deal, which is a free t-shirt with every single hoodie. Literally go to the Owner store, add your favourite hoodie, your favourite t-shirt, and you'll get your t-shirt completely free. Check us out on Google, Owner, we're right at the top. Make sure you go and grab your free t-shirt with your brand new blue tie-dye hoodie. Inside here is something I have been wanting to pull the trigger on for seriously over a year. I have wanted a coil shock for the Kenevo for seriously like 12 months. Let's open the new rear shock for the Specialized Kenevo. This is video number 1 of a full custom build playlist. Let's go. Oh yeah, you can see through the bubble wrap that he sent it. I bought this from a guy called William off Facebook Marketplace. These shocks are like the Rolex of rear shocks. Now, honestly, I probably would have ran a Fox or a RockShox rear shock on my mountain bike. However, they do snap on the Specialized Kenevo. So, everybody was recommending. Oh my god. That is absolutely insane. So, one of the only rear shocks that does not break on a Specialized Kenevo due to the shaft thickness is an EXT racing shock. Check that out. It is pretty light, it's not heavy. It come with, so these are about £1,000 brand new. The guy who was selling this was selling it for $450. There was quite a few on there at like 500, 550. So I messaged this guy and I said, I'll buy it right now if you do it for $350. And he said, yeah. So this is the only second-hand part that I'm putting on the custom build, and it is because I didn't want to buy a brand new one of these. So I have bought this thing for $350 second-hand on Facebook Marketplace. And look how insane this thing looks. Unlike an air shock, a coil shock, you choose your stiffness of the back of the bike by the pound of pressure coil shock. So this one has come with a 425, as you can see there. I'm going to work my way up, so I'm going to start with a 425. If it feels too soft, I'm going to upgrade to maybe a 500. Now, I am nervous because I don't know if these adapters work with my bike. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to take my rear shock off the Kenevo, and we're going to test fit the new and improved EXT rear shock. So I have removed the bolt out of the top of the shock, which is looking pretty crazy. The only thing I might think that I need to do is use these washers here on the new shock if the other ones don't marry up nice. So literally undone that bolt, the shock has dropped. It's still connected via this bolt. So the next thing to do is remove the bottom of this. If anybody wants this Super Deluxe Select Plus air shock, just drop me a message. You can have it for about 150. So I will sell this. So no issues at all on this shock. It's running nice and clean. I'll never use it again now that I've got a coil shock. So if you want an air shock, hit me up. You know where to find me. And yeah. So the next thing we got to do, we got to remove the bottom bolt here out of the linkage, and that is going to remove the air shock. I'm nervous and I'm excited. That one's a 6. Only this one left. Nearly coming. Oh, there we go. So that right there is the second bolt. So there's my top bolt and there's my bottom bolt. Now this should slide out. I'm going to keep those sections there. I tell you what, even this is a lovely shock. This is the rear shock off the back of the Specialized Kenevo. Look at this thing. We need to lay them out next to each other. So this is the two shocks. This is the difference. We got the air shock on the right and we got the coil shock on the left. Check that out. That right there is the EXT and that right there is the air. So some of you might be wondering, what the hell is the difference? This is the difference. So a coil shock requires no air at all. It is literally runs the stiffness based on this piece of metal. They have a super plush feel. The air shock requires air through a valve here, and basically you pump this chamber here gets pumped full of air, so then when you're riding it's quite stiff. These still do feel pretty plush, but nowhere near as plush as a coil. The air shock is actually a noticeable amount lighter. This just feels more durable and high-end. So this should be called MTP boot builds. That's actually kind of cool. But I've swapped the shorter one out for the longer one, and now it is ready. Check out the shorter one done. The caps are back on. I was absolutely desperate to ride this in the forest today that I underestimated one thing. This silver bushing inside the eye needs to come out, because the fittings on the e-bike that hold the rear shock in act as a bush themselves. So frustrating. I really wanted to install it out in nature and then get some sick pictures of my bike with a shock on. So annoying. So with that said, let's head back to the garage where we're going to put it in a vise and we're going to take that bushing out of the eye. Okay, so we are back at the garage. I have knocked the bush out. That was what was in, and I actually didn't realise I threw my vise away. I don't know why I would do that. I'm annoyed at myself. I don't know why I did it, but I threw my vise away. So I've had to use 2 sockets and smashed it out with a socket. However, it is out. Basically just a tiny little piece of pipe that basically gives it like a bit of a spacer or a bush. I'm putting the flip chip, which is these little pieces, the right way round, which is the little bit sticking out the bottom. So as you can see, it shows you the round bit there and the round bit there. So this is going in. This is going to be crazy. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm actually like, I've got adrenaline. We got the bottom bolt. We're going to install the bottom of the shock first. That looks pretty lined up. Okay. Tell you what we're going to do, we're going to put the bottom in and the top, then we're going to tighten this baddie up. Okay. Now we've got to try and line the top up like so. This looks mental. This actually looks so fucking good. Oh, it's working. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten up the front one first. Like so. And then the back one. Really should have a torque wrench for this, but excitement is taking over. Oh my god, that looks insane. Low key, losing my mind right now. That's sick. That is nuts. That feels ridiculous. I can't believe that. That is absolutely insane. So out of breath right now because I'm losing my mind. I can't believe how plush that actually literally is. Insane dropping that on the floor. Let's have a deeper look at the shock. It looks insane. Some of you may be thinking, it's a shame it's not the same colour as Kashima. However, I have bought so many chrome parts for this bike. The plan is to do a dark paint job. I'm having chrome bars, stem, brakes, all that stuff. I'm not going to ruin the surprise, but on this build there's going to be a lot of shiny parts. Oh my days, look at that coil. That looks absolutely gangster. Obviously I've got no idea where to even start with these spring pressures and stuff. I could not tell you. Let's try and find the EXT logo. So that's what I'm running. I'm running a C65 425. I don't know whether that's going to be too soft. I don't know whether it's going to be too heavy. We will find out. Oh yeah. Look at the beast. That is absolutely insane. You have so many toggles on these. You have one down here, one here, and then one over here. I'm guessing that's high speed, low speed. In fact, I think this is a lockout, so it's a lockout. I'm guessing that's high speed compression, low speed compression in the middle with the Allen key. Rebound. You might think I'm crazy. If I'm going to be doing a crazy paint job, what was the point in installing the shock today? I just needed to know it fitted. I needed to know when you bounce up and down it didn't feel destroyed. Obviously this is a second-hand part off Facebook Marketplace and I really wanted to know it was okay. If you've enjoyed today's upgrade and mod, putting a coil EXT shock on this bike, make sure you tune in for the rest of this build because it is going to be sick. I have got so many parts. The purchasing is already done. This bike is going to be 10 out of 10 when it is done. There is not a single corner of this bike that is not getting completely modded as high end as possible. This is going to be sick. Most people, when they've had an e-bike a couple of years, especially who do what I do on YouTube, they jump out of an e-bike and they get in a new bike. They jump out of a car, they get in a new car. This time round, we are modding my existing bike to goddamn hell. This is going to be sick. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Make sure you smash the like button for more episodes like this. Don't forget, right now on Owner, we have got a crazy deal, which is a free t-shirt with every single hoodie. This right here is one of our new tie-dye blue hoodies. Go and drop your order and make sure you add your favourite t-shirt completely free to your basket. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace the hell out.